Well, this is not a good time to be visiting Shadow Ranch, that's all. Stairs to cellar. That's Francis's handwriting. Looks like the other half of the message got torn off. About a week. Mostly late at night or whenever I could sneak away. I come and go through a secret entrance. In the letter, Francis said that Valentine had hidden a bunch of loot somewhere and wanted Francis to find it by following the clues he left for her. I also found this picture. These stairs lead to a secret door behind the bookcase in the den. That's Francis's father, Sheriff Merrill Humber. There's something written on the back. Not since I've been here. No offense, ma'am, but this here's a working cattle ranch. Somebody tells you to do something, it'd be a good idea to get in the habit of doing it. Guess it's possible. Person would have to know how to handle snakes, of course, but then if you work in the desert, that's one of the things that's good to know. Sorry, ma'am. In that case, I can't talk to you. Couple of years. As far as I know, no one does. The entrance is secret. I was hoping that the treasure might be under the stairs in here, but no such luck. See, my great-aunt Ellie was Francis Humber's cousin. When she died, she left me a bunch of stuff, including an old letter she'd gotten from Francis. Now, if you'll excuse me. Where did you come from? The Raleighs said you were a detective. Actually, I'm kinda glad you came by. Something I need you to do for me, if you wouldn't mind. The Raleighs don't know. I was afraid that if I told them they'd... I know, and I'll tell them, I swear, soon as they come back. They got enough on their minds right now. This glowing horse came galloping up out of the dark, making a real ruckus. Everybody woke up and went running outside to look. I'm gonna be honest with you, ma'am. We were short a couple hands to begin with, and now with the Raleighs gone and everybody on edge over what happened last night, well, stranger things have happened, I guess. And the human heart never does seem to play by the rules. He'll be okay. Getting bit by a rattler's no picnic, but it sounds like he's out of the woods. Guess you're gonna be asking me a lot of questions, huh? Now, if you'll pardon me, I need to tend to my chores. Yes, ma'am. I'm looking for Dirk Valentine's treasure. I don't know anything about that horse or any of the other stuff that's been going on around here, I swear. Probably crawled in through a mouse hole sometime during the day and took a nap. Nighttime's when they're most active. Something the Raleighs found out the hard way. Sure did. It was her most prized possession. In fact, I got it right here. This chicken coop's been a thorn in my side ever since I got here. It's just common sense. You'll manage. Just be sure to wear gloves. I'll leave my pliers out. If you have to do it at night, that's okay. There should be plenty of moonlight. You'll be able to see fine. Sorry to hear that. Well, to be honest, I'm not, really. Driving back and forth to the airport takes a lot of time, and time's one thing we're all running kinda short of around here. And I should probably warn you. Probably the one over in Dry Creek. It's a ghost town now, but the jailhouse and a couple other old buildings are still standing. At least they were last I saw. Now, is there something I can do for you? Just take care of it, okay? I think I'll turn in too. Night, ma'am. Next time, just stick to burgers. Borrow it? What for? Just make sure it gets done, 'cause if it doesn't, the coyotes are gonna have themselves one heck of a banquet, and you're gonna be in a lot of hot water. Tex and Mary Yazzie? You gotta be kidding me. That's terrible. Did you see who did it? You got a steady back home? You shouldn't go there anymore, Nancy. Something bad's obviously going on, and you should just stay away. And call the sheriff, of course. Hello, Nancy. Something I can do for you? Never mind. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. Forget I said anything. So what else can I do for you? Seems to me Aunt Ellie said Francis had one just like it. I keep it on me for good luck.
I know this is a lot to ask, but do you think I could borrow it for a while?
Can't say as I have, but then most of my duties require me to stay close to home. Tex, he's the one you ought to ask. On your way to Mary Yazzie's, look for the trail on your left that heads towards Shadow Mountain and stay on it till you get there. It's about an hour and a half's ride. You talk to the Raleighs? Sure. Well, see, can't see why the Raleighs would care. Less, of course, they dislike her as much as she seems to dislike them. And even then, I can't see where it'd be any of their business. I know there's a painting of her over in the ranch house, and that's about it. Why? What'd the letter say? You call the Raleighs yet? Hello, Nancy. Guess I'm gonna be blushing every time I see you now. See you later. Well, let me know if you need anything else. About as long as the Raleighs have lived here. About 3 months, I guess. I was their first hire. First me, then Tex, then Shorty. The wire I need to fix the hole in the fence was supposed to be delivered today, but it's not here yet, and the Raleighs just called and asked me to run an errand for them tonight. Appreciate it. Hello, Nancy. Thanks for fixing that fence. What can I do for you? Ma'am, doesn't look that way, but you still have to put it up, even if it means working at night. Sure do. They gave me their key ring at the hospital. So if you could keep an eye out for that chicken wire and patch that hole as soon as it gets here, the chickens and I'd really appreciate it. Take care. It reared up a couple times, then spun around and went racing off the way it came. By the time anybody thought about going after it, it had disappeared. Got it right here. When I heard you were a detective, I started keeping it on me. Thought you might snoop through my stuff or something. Positive. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. Well, if the guy did hide something, it's probably long gone by now. If it was, somebody out there's got a pretty twisted sense of humor, because I sure didn't think it was funny. Francis was real smart, see? Loved puzzles. Played the piano pretty good, too. Anyway, after Valentine met his end, Frances was too broken-hearted to care about some treasure. She told Aunt Ellie that if she could find it, she could keep it. It's just the feeling I get when I talk to her, that's all. See, my brother's dead broke. No job, health's bad. I was thinking if I could just find the treasure. To get to Mary's shop, just follow the trail that goes northeast out of the corral. Can't miss it. No idea. Not really any of my business. He does his job and he does it good. Far as I'm concerned, that's all that's important. This got something to do with the treasure? She doesn't like the Raleighs. No, ma'am. And it'd suit me just fine if I never saw it again.